You've been following the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively thing?
Bro, Blake Lively, talk about ruin your reputation, and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, they f***ed up. Ryan's trying to get out of it now. He's trying to get out of the lawsuit, and they're like, you were a key part of this.
That post that she made has a community note, basically a fact check from Instagram about her response, calling it out for not being honest. This contains cherry-picked information from the federal judge's ruling, which actually threw out 10 of 13 of Blake's claims, the core one being SH. The judge found that many of her claims of SH also did not rise to that level.
There's nothing wrong with getting attention, but it should make sense. It should make sense. There should be some reason. And if it's out of balance, you should probably look at, like, why is it out of balance?
Lively is facing fresh online backlash after comments from Joe Rogan spread quickly about a community note that appeared on her latest Instagram post, which critics say challenged the message she was trying to share.
There's some people, man, that get real self-indulgent and self-righteous with that in social media. It's exposed a lot of celebrities for being real dorks.
After a federal judge reportedly dismissed 10 major claims in a lawsuit, Blake tried to convince followers that she was still the one who had been wronged. She posted about the ruling on Instagram, but the reaction didn't go as planned. The platform's community note feature, where users add extra context or fact checks, was soon attached to her post. The note claimed the message left out key details and reminded readers that the judge had thrown out 10 of 13 claims.
This post also ignores the fact that Blake had in fact kissed Justin Baldoni without his consent.
To understand the reaction, many people point to Joe Rogan's long-running criticism of Hollywood PR culture. Over the years, he has talked about how powerful celebrities use publicity teams to control public perception. When discussing Blake and Ryan Reynolds, Rogan spoke bluntly and without hesitation.
They think they're going to do a good thing, and they think that through their celebrity, they're going to use their platform and their voice, and they're going to make a difference.
He suggested the conflict might not have been about workplace safety at all, but instead about influence, money, and reputation.
They were trying to take over the movie and the whole franchise. He owned the franchise. The
man.
whole thing's crazy.
Rogan's remarks gained attention because he openly mocked what he described as huge celebrity egos. He joked that famous stars sometimes believe they can push past consequences and still come out on top over Justin Baldoni.
They just never thought that anybody was going to come out with the receipts.
Because no one's ever done it, because everyone usually just bows down.
Because everyone's scared.
Yeah.
Because Ryan Reynolds A-list, Blake Lively A-list. Like, they're the queens.
He also spoke positively about Baldoni, saying he brought strong evidence into court, including text messages that allegedly revealed private conversations behind the scenes.
You need real motherfuckers to be like, nah, man, I ain't going out like this.
Yeah, especially a guy like that. It was like known as being like this really sweet, nice guy.
Yep.
And then it's like, all right,
Dude,
enough.
he posted the receipts.
Oh,
he's like,
the receipts
remember
are
our
crazy.
text exchange? Bah, bah,
Well, how about she
bah,
told him to come into the dressing room while she was breastfeeding?
With a fine
and then
ass.
part of the complaint was that he came into the dressing room while I was breastfeeding. Like, you literally have a text exchange back and forth.
Rogan argued that when major stars face public embarrassment, apologies are rare. Instead, he claimed, influence and connections are often used to control the narrative. Not long after the community note appeared, observers noticed it suddenly vanished.
But it looks like WME and Ryan somehow pulled some strings and got somebody to go remove this community note, which is in beta testing.
Community notes rarely disappear from high-profile posts without explanation. Online speculation suggested that either Blake or her agency, WME, may have contacted executives at Meta, though this remains unconfirmed.
Blake's stupid statement that made me think about this and realize I needed to talk about it because it's really important on how the system allows rich people to terrorize those that don't have the funds to fight them, to silence people, harass them, dox them. And that's Blake Lively. That's Blake Lively doing that because she can, because she has the money to.
Supporters of Rogan say this situation reflects the kind of behind-the-scenes influence he often criticizes. To them, removing the note raised even more questions. They argue that if the original post told the full story, there would be no need to remove fact-checking context. For critics, the entire situation looked like a frantic attempt to regain control as a carefully planned narrative appeared to unravel.
And then now for her to have the audacity to stand up and say, I'm a protector of women and children who have digital violence done against them. Girl, you are the digital violence. You are the system. You are the one abusing people.
Although Blake Lively has faced most of the criticism online, many commentators now claim the bigger influence in the situation is her husband, Ryan Reynolds.
Blake Lively worked internally on the film to turn everyone against Justin Baldoni, while Ryan Reynolds was working externally in the Hollywood landscape to turn everyone against Justin Baldoni.
According to discussions and alleged leaked messages, some observers believe Ryan was the key strategist guiding the entire dispute from behind the scenes.
And let's not forget, Ryan, how you spoke to them in your own text messages. You should be ashamed of yourself, dude.
Commentary suggests the tension began early with Justin Baldoni and his company Wayfarer Studios, which owned the film It Ends With Us. Baldoni directed the project, but critics claim Ryan and Blake pushed for greater control. Reports describe the conflict as so intense that Baldoni allegedly didn't view the final version until premiere night.
Justin is shut out. He's giving notes as a studio, not as a director. He has not seen the locked cut of the film in July of 2024. And in August 5th of 2024, Justin invites the editors to the premiere, but they can't be in the same room with Blake.
When Baldoni reportedly refused to step aside, critics say Ryan responded through his blockbuster, Deadpool, and Wolverine. Viewers noticed a character named Nicepool, which many interpreted as a playful jab at Baldoni's kind public image, turning a private feud into a joke within a major Marvel Studios production.
There's a question about whether he was taking a shot at Justin. Here's the clip.
Sorry about that. Come here, girl. Who are you? Oh, I'm Deadpool. And I guess you're Deadpool too. But in here, everybody calls me Nicepool.
There's no question it relates to Justin. I mean, anybody that can watch that, the hair bun, the comment about the pregnancy. I mean, it's pretty obvious what's being done. But again, like if somebody is seriously sexually harassed, you don't make fun of it. It's a serious issue.
Supporters of Baldoni argue the situation escalated further when serious accusations were allegedly used to remove him from the project. Legal filings reportedly raised concerns about workplace safety, but later legal discussions were said by commentators to show no proof of misconduct. Critics claim the conflict began to look less like a safety dispute and more like a battle over control of the film.
The goal for them, ultimately, after reading all these text messages and reading all these emails and reading all this bullshit, was to completely take over the film from day one.
After reviewing the alleged texts and emails, commentators say the messages suggested a long-term plan to gain full control of the project from the very beginning. According to these interpretations, the leaked conversations painted a picture of a coordinated effort to dominate the film and damage Justin Baldoni's reputation. This is why Joe Rogan claimed they made a major mistake, because they never expected those private messages to become public. Critics argue the couple believed their fame would shield them from scrutiny.
Hollywood doesn't like that. They don't like us being honest. They don't like us telling you the truth. They try to to massage everything into their narratives, right? And that's what these big A-list stars, as Joe's implying, do. Ryan and Blake, as we know, we're trying to cover this up. Ari Emanuel, all these people trying to keep this up and say, oh yeah, believe the woman, believe Blake, she's telling the truth. And